Hello. So this is gonna be another video today, more on camera confidence again, because I want to be good at talking to the camera. So the main thing was that I actually watched a YouTube video today, and it was really interesting because this guy literally made this video 6 days ago when I would assume that he was just above 500 subscribers, and he was talking about how over the past year he have been posting every single week. And guess what? He reached 500, and when I saw his video, it was actually in my recommended page, I would say, and that particular video got 51,000 views. So I was like, wow, these guys must have a lot of subscribers. Now I clicked on it and he have only 3,800, or it was less than 4,000 basically. But to jump from like 500 subscribers to over 3,000 subscribers in the middle of 6 days, just from the one video that he did, I thought that was very motivational. That was very inspirational. Because in that video itself, he did talk about how over the past year, when he's been posting, he's not really been getting any much traction in the way. But he consistently did it anyway. And the main thing he talked about in his channel was about painting and I think shooting videos, something of that sort. And how I know was that when I click on his YouTube channel, the channel banner, that was what it came out. Now, most of the time when people or YouTubers do this, like, oh, like my first 1,000 subscribers, or how YouTube changed my life with this amount of subscribers, I'm very keen because at the moment now, I'm sitting at very little subscribers. I'm talking about less than 50. And I'm pretty confident to say that like most of the people who are subscribed to me, I might know them. So I don't really have much organic subscribers. It's mainly like family and friends for now. And the thing is that I know that for now, my channel won't really grow that much. The other thing also is that I do not consistently post on my channel. So I do not really expect to get as much traction in a way. And I do know that it's okay. Like as for now, I just want to really build up this camera confidence a bit more. I know that the thing I want to talk about in my channel is about myopia management and how it can really help people. I'm just not sure which angle I really want to come at it from. At the moment now, as you guys know, I'm doing a online entrepreneurship course where I actually want to teach other optometrists to be confident, to have that inner confidence in themselves, especially when they treat people or kids who are myopic or short-sighted and who are progressively getting worse over time. The only thing is that like I'm not sure, like should I also talk to the audience in a sense like my family and my friends in terms of just educating them more about like short-sightedness and myopia, or should I just talk straight to healthcare professionals? It's something that is really on my mind. And again, imposter syndrome is like a really big thing. I don't think I'm an imposter because I've been actively managing myopia for the past 5 years now. Since I was out of uni, I was really keen on it, and I can't believe to say this, but yes, it's been a solid more than 5 years since I've started working full-time as an optometrist here in Perth, Australia. And it's actually amazing the number of clients, the number of patients that I have seen over the past 5 years, the number of lives that I've been able to help. Don't get me wrong, I do still enjoy seeing like normal non-myopia patients because they have different challenges, and there have been situations where I do really help them to like save their sight in a way from things like a detached retina, or for instance, what we call like a central retinal vein occlusion, or basically some sort of like a full-blown hemorrhage at the back of the eye. And it's basically due to having really high blood pressure. I still do enjoy seeing those patients because, for instance, today also, I saw a patient who had a subretinal hemorrhage, which is a bit of like a fluid leakage at the back of the eye. Fortunate enough for him, it was nowhere near the center of his vision, so it didn't really affect him in that way. Now, so what I did was that I did refer him off to see his previous specialist. However, they did not really get back to me if they were going to see him. So I did tell him, hey, let's go to emergency, all right, so that you can get seen there. And if there's anything that needs to be done, it will be done sooner than later in a way. And he was pretty happy with it. In fact, he appreciated the fact that I was able to get back to him, because one of the things about working in a busy retail optometry practice is that you would see a lot of patients every day. I see on an average, on the lower side, about 15, 16 patients a day. On the high end, it can go anywhere between 22 to sometimes even 24 patients. Now, you might wonder, like, how come there's such a wide variety, right? Usually, I see more patients on the day that I work longer hours. So, for instance, on Thursdays, I do a 10-hour shift. And because of that 10-hour shift, I would generally see a bit more patients. Of course, if I work like my usual 9 to 5 shift, the actual testing period is about 7 hours. And usually in that 7 hours, at most, in theory, I would probably see about 21 patients. But usually I don't, because it's either the clinic is not fully booked at this time of the year, or there are some patients who maybe do not turn up for the appointments and things of that sort. I do enjoy retail optometry because I do get to still tap into one aspect of my life, or my work life, that I've really come to enjoy, which is the art of really the art of persuasion, or the art of really convincing my customers as to why they should get a certain product for themselves. Now, just take note that, like, the reason why I would recommend some products to my patient, although it's very expensive, is because I know that those products will work well for them. So I wouldn't just recommend a product just because I feel like, it's gonna make me money, because honestly, it doesn't make me money. I don't get commission from it at all. So there's really no incentive for me, in my opinion anyway, for me to sell all these expensive products. But the way I see it is that the more I can allow my patients to know and understand why this particular product is more superior and why it will work for them, I feel that satisfaction at the end of the day, because they get a much better product that they walked out of the store with, and they know that that particular product itself is the best that they can get, and it will really help them to in whatever work that they're doing. So most of my patients, for instance, they might be working in an office. They work with 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes the one that I got at most, I think it was like 8 monitor screens. So based on the work that they do, I recommend them different type of lenses to help them out with the things that they need. Something that I see very common these days is also a lot of young individuals, and it really range. I'm talking about like kids who are in school, in like primary school, all the way to adults who are in our 20s and our 30s, I would say, who's getting a lot of what we call digital eye strain. So this is where, because of us staring at screens for a long time, it actually starts to give the eye a bit more strain. So I always advise my patients to take breaks in between, but glasses itself is more like a short-term solution to something that we're working towards the long term. So the short term is that you do wear these glasses, and it helps your eyes to focus a bit better when you're doing reading or when you need to look far away. But in the long run, what I always tell my patients is to take breaks in between. Very, very important. So one thing that has been shown to be effective to combat, again, this particular symptom called digital eye strain is to actually just relax your eyes a bit more, in terms of every 20 minutes, take a 20-second breaks. That's it. As simple as it sounds, that actually works really well. Now, coming back to myopia, something that I really, really love talking about, one of the more recent research have shown that 20 seconds every 20 minutes doesn't really help to relax the eyes enough, in a way, for the myopia control effect to really be effective. What have been recommended though is a 5 minutes break every hour. When I tell most of my patients who are not even short-sighted or myopic in a way, or not, their eyes not getting worse, when I tell them about this 5 minutes every hour, most of them actually find it more doable. Because if you think about it, having to stop and do your work that you need to be concentrating on every 20 minutes is actually pretty tough. But if you're given an hour, then at least you can have like deep focus work and really doing it. And then an hour comes, you just take a break, you can go to the toilet, you can just make yourself a coffee, go for a short water break. Anything that you can do just to get yourself out of the chair and shift your focus. Because the main thing is that you don't want to be always straining and stressing doing close-up work. Now, I'm actually quite proud of the fact that I'm able to talk about all this stuff without really a script right here. And I'm just imagining, if I have a particular script or a particular thought of what I want to talk about, it might be even better in a way. I like the fact that I can just keep on talking and talking and talking about myopia and not really run out of things to say. Now, I must say that it is a topic that there's a lot of things to talk about, but there also might not be as much things to talk about. So it's one of those things where I'm not really sure, if I can really share as much in a way. But one thing that I would like to share today is actually a particular case that I saw this morning. A very interesting case. It was probably my second or third patient who I saw. And so she came in, she's 16-year-old female. And now the reason why I say so that you guys get a bit of context, it's not that I just want to mention, oh, it's a boy or girl or things like that. All right, so 16-year-old female coming in, and she's been complaining to me that for the past 1 month, she felt that her vision is getting worse in her glasses. So I was having a look at what type of glasses that she's using, and she is using the MyoSmart glasses. Now, this particular MyoSmart glasses, it has a myopia control effect that helps to slow down, or in some instances, even stop progression of myopia. So what happened was that she said that it's blurry. So I was a bit skeptical about it, because when we get the eye test itself, there have been some pre-testing that has been done beforehand. When I look at the results for the auto refraction, which basically gives me a good idea of what her prescription might be, it showed that there was no change. In fact, if anything, it shows that on the left eye, her vision might have improved a bit. So, okay, she just got these glasses 6 months ago, so what's really going on here? So I checked her vision and realized that there was no change at all in her prescription. So I asked her back, so what do you mean by this, like, blurry vision? What's the blurry vision that you really get? So she explained to me that if she were to look off-center just like this or like this, things are going to be a bit blurry for her. And also, she does have some scratches on her glasses, because she does not really put her glasses down like this on the flat surface. She put it down like this. So that's where a bit of patient education comes in, what I told her about it. And so when I told her, look, so what you are experiencing is something that is very normal, and that anyone who would be using these myopia control lenses would actually experience in a way. Now, for her, it's very annoying. Okay, so when she looked, left and right, she feels like she always have to move her head, and it's not really something that's natural for her, although the lenses are actually helping her out. So I did give her an option. Hey, we can do contact lenses for you, and there is a particular lens called the MySight lens, which will actually work well, because you can actually look around and you will still get that myopia control effect that we are after, so that your prescription is not getting worse. So she was actually really, really keen on it, all right? Now, because she's 16, she can't really like make a full decision just on her own just yet, and also because her dad is he was not in the testing room, but he was there in a way. So what I did was that I actually measured the length of her eyeball just to make sure that she's not like in the fast progressing group, and thankfully she was not, so she's fine. So we brought that into the testing room after I've done all the tests, and when I had a chat with Dad about contact lenses, he was against it. So his rationale was that, okay, so my child's vision is not that bad for now. Now, when we say not bad, is that, so her prescription was sitting about a -1.25 and a -1. So in the general scheme of things, even without glasses, she can see, but it's not sharp, it's not clear. And for schoolwork or even doing sports, it's not good enough vision in a way. As well, at least for her, it's not. So that's the reason why I did recommend those contact lenses, the MySight, for her, because it still gives that myopia control effect. Now, because Dad was really opposed to her trying out contacts, I could tell that she felt a bit demotivated by it. All right, and yeah, we pretty much just stopped the conversation there. Now, even when I explained to Dad that, look, contact lenses are really safe, it's something that your daughter can use, and Dad was just like, oh, if my daughter doesn't need full-time correction, like, I don't really want her to use contact lenses. So I'm like, okay, sure. Now, this is something that is really normal, and I get this, I wouldn't say every day, but with maybe half of parents who have kids who are short-sighted, they still do not understand the full extent of how myopia control treatment works. And the idea behind it is, if your child is on the treatment, you do want them to use those glasses as much as possible, if not 24/7, apart from when they're sleeping, of course, or taking a shower, blah, blah, blah. But the main idea is that you want them to be on those glasses or those contact lenses as much as they can. And when they are on it, what happens is that they will get the full control, and hopefully their vision doesn't get worse, or even if it does, it slows down by a huge amount. And in this case, for this particular lady, we saw that it actually worked really well for her. 6 months, no change at all, and also the length of her eyeball is fine. So again, I was really happy for the fact that her vision did not get worse. But the fact that her dad wasn't as keen for her to try out contact lenses, although I've mentioned how safe it is, and also the fact that she's 16, she's not 8. If it was an 8-year-old, I do understand that some parents have some hesitation to let their young child really try out contact lenses. But being older, usually I find that with most of my patients who are above 10, 12, they don't really have any issues with trying out contact lenses. In fact, most of them are really, really good with it. So I guess this is something that as time goes by, we just have to keep educating our patients more and more, and hopefully over time they will be able to really understand as to why contact lenses is a safe option and something that their kids can try out too. Yeah, so that's just a bit of my rant for today. It started off talking about camera confidence and then suddenly go into like myopia stuff a bit more. And I feel that eventually as time goes by, I do want to talk more and more and more about this. A few things that I'm very particular about is listening to myself. If I do use words like so and these are all words, as we call it, filler words, that I want to reduce as much as I can, because when I talk to for instance, my patients, or when I talk to my friends, I don't really use the word as much in a way. Sometimes I do with my patients, and I'm really trying to reduce that as much as I can. Sometimes it still comes out. So we'll see how it goes over the long run. Something that I also realized the other day when I was reviewing a video that I did for my work when I was talking about Ortho K, and I posted it on Facebook, was that I was using the word right, alright. I was saying that almost 50 times in a matter of 12 minutes. When I heard myself, that was so annoying. So this is something that I really want to try out, try to reduce it as much as I can. I know that filler words do make the conversation a bit more natural, so I don't want to really totally eliminate all of it, but I want to try to reduce it, yet have a conversation that still sounds very natural. Over the long run, I really hope that this will work well, and me getting just more camera confidence over time. Yes, that's the other thing that I want to use a bit less also, and. When I say and, it's because my mind is thinking about what I want to say next, hence that's why the word and is there. Alright, so that's it from me today. Let me have a look. How long did I spend recording this? 17 minutes and 56 seconds. Okay, that's actually pretty good. That was much better than I expected. I thought I was going to talk for just about 10 minutes, but being able to talk for even longer, off script, nothing at all, just talking about like camera confidence, a bit about what I have experienced today, this is really great. And what I'm doing here is that I'm actually recording with the ZV-E10 with the Rode mic on top of it, but also I do have a Yeti microphone. It's not directly in front of me, it's a bit off to my side. So when I was recording this, I made sure that it wasn't in the frame of the whole video itself. Hopefully I'll be able to synchronize this audio, and over time I'll be able to upload all of this stuff on YouTube. The thing is that I'm not really sure when I'm really gonna upload it, because I feel like it's too raw, it's too just yeah, I'm not sure it was the word I'm looking for, but it just feels a bit too raw at the moment. It's not polished, so I'm not sure if anyone is really gonna watch it. But then again, if no one really watches it, I don't think it'll be much of an issue. The thing about me, I feel, is that when I start having scripts, I start to tend to sway a bit from what I know that I should be talking or shouldn't be talking about. But I think that's the thing. Over time, I will be more and more confident about it. I'm just thinking about like the first time when I started to record a video compared to how it is now. I feel like it's much more natural that I'm talking to the camera now. In the past, when I used to talk to the camera, it feels more robotic for me. I didn't use as much hand gestures in a way, and when I hear myself, is like, you know, I just didn't really like how I sound. But I really like the quality of the video, the ZV-E10 with the Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens is giving that nice bokeh effect at the back. I really like it. I still don't really enjoy the background as much in a way, but I feel like that's something that I'll eventually work on over time. Good quality audio, good quality video, that's all that we can really ask for now. And as time goes by, hopefully it gets better. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, or even if there's no comments, it's okay. I'm just trying to be more confident talking to the camera over time, so that when I do really have to make up my own videos, I will not be too awkward in front of the camera, and I can just keep talking and talking and talking and talking. Yeah, the other thing on my mind also is about getting a video editor. So this is something that I have been thinking for quite a while now, because I really don't really enjoy the process of video editing, but I know that it has to be done. I really like a video style of one of the YouTuber, I think her name is Jade Beacon, probably. I might be butchering it, but basically her style of video editing is so minimal. It's more of just her talking to the camera, but she does have her points in her mind, so that when she talks about those things, it really flows very nicely. And that is something that I feel over time I will learn and learn and learn, and hopefully get better. And one thing that I don't really enjoy was over editing my videos in a way. I over edit my last video, well, I felt that way anyway, and it's taking me forever to like post my next video, because I'm like, wait, my next video has to be better than that particular video. I felt that video was nice, very well polished. I recorded it on my phone, I had a full script, but the thing was that I felt like the energy that I had to put into the video was just a bit much. Okay, I will try to think what I was saying, and maybe I'll just say a bit of it. And you can see the difference in the energy level, hopefully. Are you interested in talking about ortho-K lenses? Now, if you are really keen on ortho-K, here are the things that you should know about it. Firstly, you do not need any contact lenses, you do not need any glasses, and that also is going to be really good because you can just sleep in those lenses, and when you wake up in the morning, you'll have nice, clear vision. Well, at least that's how I feel I was talking. So you can tell that like there's so much energy into it. There's so much like things, and I'm pretty sure I did not say those exact words, but I think you get me. The fact that I really had to put a lot of energy, a lot of effort into it, and I was really tired after filming that. It only took 12 minutes, so it wasn't too bad at all, but the fact that I took like 2-3 weeks to edit that video, to put proper b-rolls, to put proper video editing. I even bought this MX3 right here, right? Yeah, not sure if you guys can see it, but I'm just gonna make it focus. There you go. Yeah, so this is the MX3 right here. It's a very good mouse. This is what I've been using for the editing in a way, and it actually works really well. So I'm just trying to focus back on myself, and here we go. Yeah. So again, I'm not saying that this is bad or this is good or anything of that sort. I'm just saying that this is what I feel will work well for me in the long run. So I'm just going to have a quick check of, okay, so it's 23 minutes and 19 seconds that I've been recording this video for. Really, really, really proud of myself for being able to do this. And I hope in future videos, I'll have a bit more of a structure as to what I want to talk about, and then so that I'll be able to provide value at a more consistent level, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's it really for this video. So take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.